Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as JMonster. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another episode of 4th Age Total War, an excellent mod for Total War, Rome 1 Total War Barbarian Invasion, which I highly recommend that you go and pick up if you have the means to do so. When we left off last time, we had handed a few decisive defeats to the Kingdom of Adunabar in the field, but our situation is still pretty well precarious, especially financially. Take a look at this here. We are in complete and utter financial ruin. So unless we can take some more territory and get our tax income up in a very big way, we're going to be stuck with a single army for a very, very long period of time. Part of that has to do with how spread out our forces are here, but I want to be careful. I do have some smaller garrisons in places like Polargear, etc., etc. Actually, we're going to move this fleet over this direction. But I do have some small garrisons in Polargear and along the coast, along Belfalas. But yeah, they're very thinly spread. There are a few things that I could do here. Blackenvale Bowmen, for example, could probably come down to Lynn here, and that would be okay. And they've got a decent force in that local area. Is that more ships? Oh wow, I have more ships than I thought I did. Let's get them over here. Empire of Harad. Hey, let's crush them. Or maybe not. But yeah, we need to find some way to consolidate our troops, get as much out of the units that we have available right now, and not just have them sit in garrisons. So to that end, Keep, you guys can go to Dol-Amroth, who needs the extra men. To that end, I am shifting some of my forces westward. So I got a unit here. It's going to be heading over this direction. And then, of course, there's our main army here, and we've got a constant supply of reinforcements. 4 units of them right here, which constitute quite a lot of money. In fact, the Dol-Amroth men-at-arms, I think, are what's really killing us. So I'm going to use them in battle, get the most out of them as I possibly can, and then maybe use their remnants as garrisons just to hold on to some of the territory here. So my next strategic, like short-term strategic goal is going to be to take over the eastern bank of the Anduins. That means Minas Ithil, Eminarnen, and of course, Karandros. So we're going to continue our siege there. I'm going to pass the turn. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Oh, that is precious. Let's clap back with let's see here. They want to make it demand accept overlordship. Map tribute. $2,000 gold for 20 turns. Give province. Yep. What do you guys think? We might become your thralls. Yeah, that's what I thought. You just waddle off there back towards Mordor, you jerk-ass. Okay, so they have brought some new forces down, ostensibly to relieve Karandros. Now, we have a smaller army here. What do these guys have up their sleeve? A couple of archers and some cavalry. So I think that we could beat them. And I think we're going to fight them on the battlefield here. We're going to clear out some of their reinforcements and try and prevent them from uniting against our main army. Yeah, see you guys on the battlefield. There we are. So I actually had a crash, and I had to replay the game. So our casualties are going to be a little bit different. They're not going to match out, but it was a good battle anyway, so I wanted to show you guys. So I am going to take care to save progressively. And I don't think this has anything to do with the mod, by the way. It seems to be something to do with fraps, because like fraps and the game go down at the same time. So I'm assuming this got something to do with that. What I might try doing, and I think this is maybe part of the issue, is fraps sometimes has weird interactions with games that are on full screen. So if I change my mod over to like borderless window, then it will probably be okay, but we'll see. I'll update you guys on that in case you guys have the same problem. If you want to do your own Let's Plays, yada yada yada, then that might be a possible solution. But anyway, to the army. Now, the other forces here are probably too big for us to fight. At least with the small detachment that we had. I don't know, I was kind of just thinking there. Stream of consciousness. I'm going to have to cross the river if I want to get there. Oh, I see. So they're going to have to come to my side of the river. which means I can potentially blockade that with some reinforcements to Minas Anor. Now, what I have here, Mariners, always nice to have. King's Swordsman, I think that's like a lower tier unit. Kingdom Militia, King's Longbowmen. If I increase my tax rate here a little bit, that might help us get out of the red a bit more. Let's do that. Let's kind of muck with our taxes a little bit here. Do some of the boring administrative stuff, which I know makes everyone gag. 0 population growth there. At the cost of... yeah, that's not enough. Pelargir has no population growth. Linhir, though. Linhir wouldn't appreciate that. We can tax some of the smaller townships and still be okay. Let's do that. Let's do 0.5. Book order's at 80, though. We'll leave it at 100. 100 is not bad. There we go. So we're still in the green. Kellenbell, still in the green. And you guys just hanging out here, eh? Doliamroth, I would like to keep a sizable detachment of forces there. Doliamroth is kind of important. Anufalas Keep. Romfalas Keep. Not worried about that. Let's attack these Haradrim. Holy crap. Oh, they're rocking a real nice fleet there. I think we should try and do some damage to it. An average victory. Yep. Was definitely worth it. Now we've got some troops here that we can follow up that victory with. Maybe not them. And have them withdraw. Might be able to get over here and use these guys as reinforcements. Can we reinitiate battle? This time we can. So there we go. Actually gonna sink that Haradrim invasion force, I think? No, they're going to be able to slip through our net again. That's weird. I kind of had the bay blockaded. I disagree with that. There we go. I think some of these guys are going to get less expensive now. I don't think our floats are very expensive to begin with, so I was hoping that maybe I'd make some gains in terms of my financialness. Certain treasury projected. We're only down to 2,000 though. We're only losing about 2,000 per turn instead of 7,000, so things are much improved. I already increased Tarnost's taxes. I have Pinnath Galen. It's time for you to contribute, Pinnath Galen. 95, we'll leave it at that. 2%. That'll do. Hey, are we maybe not losing money? Maybe? No, we're still losing money. That's okay, though. Are there any additional forces that I want to deploy into the field? Not really. Linhir, I think their troops need to stay where they are. And the troops from Romfalas Keep are going to head to Linhir, as are... Does Kingdom Militia make it? No, they wouldn't, but they're going to go to Doliamroth, because it looks like we might be suffering some invasions here from Horondor at some point. Yeah, it is making me a little bit twitchy. And Pelargir no longer has a garrison, so we need to finish up what we're doing over here. What do they have? A single unit. Alright, we've got rams. Rams, I feel, are all we're going to need here. Yeah, against one garrison like that? Okay, we'll fight it. Alright, I'll see you guys on the battlefield. You know what? I changed my mind. It's such a tiny force. I feel okay just auto-resolving that. Yeah, we lost a few there, but we probably would have lost more than that if we'd actually attacked them with all the towers and stuff. So there we go. Karandros is ours. That is good. Now, what I can potentially do... use my arms there. Now they cost the 0 upkeep. How nice. Let's see. Put those guys in there. Reinforce the rest of my battalions with these guys. those are units that I can't stick them into. So now that we've done that, what we're going to do is take the lion's share of our forces, and we're going to move out. And we'll leave those troops behind to garrison Karandros. Now we can actually, now we actually have a decent crossing across the river there. I won't be able to just take that on a whim, since it's an okay army. There are things in there that can defend themselves. Oh god, the French voice acting. Oh god, it sounds like he's trying to seduce me. That's terrible. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I definitely can, and it makes me uncomfortable. Let's see here. Let's pop into Kirith Gorgor. This is going to be our entrance. And there is a chance that when we attack it, it can open its gates for us. Emyn Ornen is probably going to be our biggest struggle here. Let's see, we're still losing money from Polar Gear. It's not quite so bad as it was. Let's see, can I play with the tax income here? Ooh, I can. How's the population? Not high. We will put their population growth on hold for the time being. Although, is it it's not really much. So maybe I won't. Maybe I'll let them grow, and then that's a better decision for the long term. Let's see. I don't want to pull any more troops than what I've done already, and I think I might end up needing some of my garrison here back down south. But we'll see. I don't want to denude Minas Anor entirely of its garrison until I've taken Emyn Ornen, and then I'll feel safe enough to do so. Beth Galen, you do have troops that you can spare, and every man is needed. Gondor cavalry is always a nice thing to have. I think with the threat of invasion, though, I might have to alter my plans a little bit. Okay, so they're not liking that, so that is actually going to cost me a bit more money, but that's okay, because it will keep some settlements safe, because I can't really afford to lose any right now. Dunlendings. Ooh, the Dunlendings are kind of encroaching on my northern border. Now that's a problem for sure. I can't fight a three-front war, I just don't have the resources. Alright, but for the time being, let's go ahead past turn. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Oh wow, I am a fool. I completely forgot that we had territories to the north that we needed to worry about. So we do have a small army here. Ooh, hill trolls, that's big and scary. What do we have? A lot of militia units, nothing nearly as powerful as what we had down south. We may end up just having to forego a lot of these. Oh, I don't want to though, because the Numinas is actually making me money. Makes me a lot of money, in fact. So I don't know if I can afford. I mean, I could get rid of some of these other settlements because they are kind of losing me money, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to attack these guys, and hopefully we can defeat them. All right. So before we get started, I just remembered someone down in the comment section wanted to see a little bit more of the units. I guess up close. So let's take a look here. Got some Bowmen of Gondor. I think this is like the basic kind of unit. Knights of the White Tower. I'm just gonna quickly skim over these. Rangers of the North. You can see those silver stars that they wear on their left breast, which indicates their Dunedain heritage. King Spearmen looking real. I really like the approach that they've taken. It's not like everyone's not super plate armored. Everyone's got like that kind of early medieval Dark Ages look to them, where you've got like just full coats of mail, and you've got that, I can't remember what it's called. Is it like a gambazin? I don't know. It's the thing that you wear over it. It's like a tabard, but I feel like that's not the correct term. That just shows like off heraldry and stuff like that. I mean, they look plausible. And I quite like that. It's not as high fantasy as a lot of other mods, but you know, I work with a lot of high fantasy stuff in Reforged all the time, so this is for me, this is a nice change. Okay, this is gonna be a tough one, as so much of our force is just regular old militia. I'm gonna try and stiffen the line in important places with the King's Spearmen, who are a tier above. Of course, I got the Gondorian Bowmen as well. I'm going to use them in A supporting role. Actually, if they have any archers, I'd rather these guys take damage than my Dude Knight Rangers. And my King's Bowmen. There you have it. And here we have the Knights of the White Tree. They're going to be an important linchpin in our ability to win this fight. I'm going to keep my Aerodor Riders in reserve. Alright, so this, unlike previous games, at least our last few previous battles with our more powerful, potent Southern Army, we're going to play the ranged game a little bit more because that's kind of the strength of this particular comp. So we're going to let them come to us. This is an interesting body of water here. I wonder if they can actually cross it. Oh my god. It's the first Mordor amphibious division. Take a look at that. That's... Do they drown after a while? Like, after like 2 minutes or something, do they start like just dying en masse? Is that what happens here? I feel like part of this is maybe a strange interaction with the swimming mechanic in Barbarian Invasion, which is a really cool mechanic, but I don't know. If it's letting people go underwater, it's obviously not performing as intended. Whoa, look at the trolls here. It's a very different take from Peter Jackson's trolls, which a lot of people go for. It's like more of like a Norse troll. They're much more humanoid and less humanoid is maybe not the right word. The other ones are humanoid, but they look more like Neanderthals, if that makes sense. Like they're not quite as developed as their Mannish, as other like Mannish counterparts, or like the orcs, for example, who look a little bit more recognizably human. Well, let's advance. Well, let's see if they'll fight us. I don't think they have a lot in terms of archers. In fact, they may just have a single unit of skirmishers. So I feel like probably the smartest thing we can do is try and use this ridge to our advantage, make them fight uphill against us and get tired, which is going to give our predominantly militia force the advantage I think that they need. I'll take my archers and I'll fan them out in front of my position there, get them into their spots quickly. And I'll use my more potent archers on my second line. What do we got here? Looks like the dark bows are moving out to challenge us, and that's okay. Uh-oh, some cavalry movement here. Oh, horsemen of the shades. Might have to be careful here with the Gondorian archers. Oh, no, looks like they're okay. Nope, never mind. And they've started lunging at them. Let's see if we can get them back in there. Yeah, it looks like we will. We'll be okay. I'm going to allow them to charge into my spear units. That works out quite nicely for me. And now, it's going to be important not to lose cohesion in my back lines. So I'm going to move these guys a little bit farther forward here so they take the brunt of the damage. And now those horsemen of the shades have been thoroughly repelled by our militia. Have that militia reform. What do we got going on here? Okay, so their cavalry has now returned. Now we're going to be able to do exactly what we wanted to do. And except now that instead of just shooting at their archers, we've managed to take down half a unit of cavalry, which is nice for me. I like that. There we go. Now that cavalry is essentially ineffective. Now it's time to resume our position. I feel like I'm doing much better at this than I did with my Elven Realm faction, or with my Elven Realm playthrough. Mostly because, you know, I have the numbers to be a bit more effective, but also I've played a hell of a lot of multiplayer since then, so people do things like that to me all the time, where they try and just rush you down and catch you while you're napping. So I was definitely prepared for it. And now those dark bows. Yeah, I've got the hill advantage too as well, so I'm going to be able to outrange them, at least for a little while. Enough to really take a bite out of those dark bows. Oh, no, we got some orc units here. They're gonna make a sally against our archers. No, they're just gonna go join their friends in the pool party now. Okay. Are those the dark bows falling back? Well, that's fine. No, now they're coming forward. So we've poked the beehive enough here that they actually want to come and fight us. Fight us for real. So we're going to fall back with our Gondor archers and allow our more deadly archers to cover their retreat. We got here orc raiders. I don't know. I don't really know the capabilities of our Eriador mercenary riders. I'm for the time being, until I learn better, I'm going to be treating all cavalry as though it's the same. So if you guys know better, please tell me. Obviously, I don't want them to get anywhere near swords. Or those friggin' trolls! Oh my god! I want to see them run. Oh, that's so scary. It's just something about that. Just thump, thump, thump. It's just absolutely terrifying. I really want to pull them onto my spears. Oh crap. Get out of there, guys. Okay. So this is gonna take some micro ability here. Oh, they're gonna catch them. They're faster. They're so fast. Oh, that's horrifying. Well, maybe at the very least I can try and get them away from my forces. So I'll try and quick hammer and anvil here into the rear of some of these dark swords. I don't know what you guys are doing. Oh god, now they're coming back for my archers. Oh, this is a real problem. You guys are trying to avoid melee or something. I don't know what you're doing, but please stop going in different directions than what I tell you to go in. There we go. Had to bail those guys out a little bit. And they're just going to get massacred. That's okay, though. They're just mercenaries, and they're probably pretty expensive as such. Oh, well, there's some pathfinding problems here. I am not telling you to go that direction, and you will not do anything that I tell you to do. That's unfortunate. Now what are those friggin' trolls up to? Oh my god, they're massacring my archers. Wow, I don't really know what to do except throw them under the bus. Try and get my more valuable archers out of there. How are we doing here? So far, so good. The militia holding up well. Yeah, I don't really know what to do here except try and keep the trolls pinned down so they stop massacring things that are important to me. So I'm gonna have to commit a reserve company. I don't think I have a lot of choice. Oh, there we go. Now we've broken their line at the very least. We can start to wrap around their one remaining point of resistance here on the right wing. Maybe what I need to do is go and confront those damn trolls. Oh, they're running away. Well, okay, we'll let our archers here run them down. Our archers, you know what I mean. Cavalry. A little bit of revenge here for the Eriador riders who got absolutely massacred by them. Try to keep our bowmen out of there at the very least. What are you guys doing? Yes. This is precisely where you need to be. Now, there is a way to make them pull out swords. There we go. I totally forgot about the alt-click function. I really have. But, you know, obviously now I've remembered, so that's good. Oh, our cavalry can't even catch them. They're so quick with those big old legs. That honestly caught me off guard a little bit. I will remember that for the future, but yeah, that was definitely not what I expected. I mean, trolls in Reforged are pretty fast, but they're not quite that fast. It's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining, but don't misunderstand me. I think that's pretty cool. I love the way that they like lumber around and are suddenly like very, very fast when you wouldn't really expect that from a unit of their size. Oh god, archers, stop doing what you're doing. God, while I babble away, I'm massacring my own soldiers. That's gotta be... Are they all dead yet? It's gotta be very tired. Have I got everybody? Is there anybody hiding in the pool? Nope. The trolls didn't come back, did they? I mean, I think I've... God, I swear I have the memory of a goldfish. I don't want to end this game until I know for sure, because then I'll have inflicted a loss on myself. Oh, there we have it. Well, I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. Don't worry, I'm going to get you the casualty screen. Don't worry. Once I figure out my once I figure my shit out, I'll show you guys what you want to see. Don't worry. Hiya. So I had another crash. I'm definitely gonna have this fixed for the next episode, so we don't have to keep doing this. But for the time being, what I did is I just did like the auto win command, and then I auto resolved, and the results are more or less about what they were. The spread's a little bit different, but you know, that's okay. So we are gonna beat them. It's not gonna be a crushing defeat like it was the last time, but hey, it is what it is. That will actually save us a bit of money too, thank goodness. So I think what I might do, maybe I'll just go hole up in Illuminas and let them take everything else. Maybe we could try and fight things out with this army of orcs. Yeah, it's mostly orcs. We could probably beat them in a straight fight, I would imagine, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so it's unfortunate that we had to do that, but at least you guys got to watch the battle. I mean, that's the important part, so. What do I got up here? I need to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on up north. Yeah, I don't think we're going to hold on to the north. Like, based on what I'm seeing now, it seems very unlikely that we will hold on to anything up there. So we need to try and take some things down south, such as, for example, Eminarnan and everything else down here. So we need to clean out Adunabar down here. We'll let them have the north. They'll have to crush a couple other factions in order to get that far anyway. And then we'll march up there as quickly as possible and try and take it back while they're at their weakest. And that way we can knock out one of our big adversaries. Of course, that might change if we get attacked in the south. But we'll see. It really does depend. In the south and the north, actually. It really does depend on how well Rohan is going to end up doing. But in any case, I'm going to pass turn. See you guys in a few minutes. So, bad news bears. We're going to have to fight another battle here. Mostly against Orc Band and Orc Raiders, though. Nothing particularly scary. They do have a fair amount of archers, though, but I feel like we could probably out-skirmish them. Maybe. I don't know. Numbers really seem to be what counts the most here. This guy doesn't have a lot in his army. I want to see what he's got. Dunabar Nobles. I don't know. Maybe this is something we can win. Maybe we'll pull out a miraculous victory here. I don't know. Let's go find out. All right. See you in a few. All right. It's good to be back. Same tactic, I think, except I'm going to take a position on a hill because I know that they're going to come to me. And that works out quite nicely in our favor, I think. We just need to be careful about how exactly we decide we want to do this. Maybe we'll make them march all the way over here. The AI has a tendency to run everywhere it goes, which, you know, it's wonderful for me. I like that. I like it when they do stupid things. So we're going to game the system a little bit here because you got to do what you got to do. We're going to use the AI's predictable stupidity against them. Let me see here. Turn that off. There we go. It's a bit better spread. Now I see. See, I was confused before because I figured if I click on this, they will avoid melee, but it's actually whatever mode that they're currently on. So they're going to be support again. Our riders here are back up to full strength, which is kind of nice. Oops. Oh wow, I really goofed that up, didn't I? There we go. Another one here. And another one here. That's fine. Just gotta pay a bit more attention. And you guys get out of there. And hold you in reserve as we always do. And there we have it. Oop. And they are gonna start. Oh man, look at that host. Oh, that's terrifying. Absolutely horrifying. What do we got here? Take a good look at the Uruks. They have neat helmets. I like it. It's like a more brutal looking sallet, which is actually a feasible piece of headgear, unlike some of the things we've seen come out of the trilogy, and even more so the Hobbit movies a little bit later on. got here? Orc band. Presumably they're not very strong. So I'm going to fast forward through this. I'm not going to make you watch them march up a hill. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. And here they come. Oh, a little bit of stutter there. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. Not only do they have more of our favorite unit ever, they've got a shit ton of archers this time around. This is not going to be an easy fight for us. Although I would like to mention that I've finally figured out why my cavalry in the last couple games was being weird. It's because it was my general's bodyguard cavalry, and it's this little button down here. See, I was looking at this and I was thinking, oh yeah, if they have melee if engaged mode on right now, right? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to click it, and then you click the button to avoid melee. So it's kind of backwards. It does confuse me a little bit, but that is why my cavalry was misbehaving. Nothing to do with pathfinding, nothing to do with the mod or anything else like that. It's a user error, a pebcac problem, if you will. Well, let's see what they do here. Let's get a look at these orcish units. I like the shields. It's very Peter Jackson, Misty Mountains-y, and so is like the segmented overlaid armor that they're using as well. Those are Uruks. So I guess I am wrong in saying that this mod is entirely independent of the aesthetic of like Veta Workshop and stuff like that, but nonetheless, pretty unique as far as things go. And you know what? It looks good. I know this mod obviously looks dated, but you know it's not bad. Think about how old this game is, and this looks really good, and it's still got good environments and like custom vegetation. I think it has aged extremely well. I hope I age as well as Rome 2 and like Medieval 2. Honestly. Let's see here. What do we want to focus on with our bowmen? They're all still running, and by the pace of their movement, I would say that a lot of them are actually quite tired. So I think in melee, a lot of their units aren't going to be too much of an issue, but what we do need to watch out for are their orc hunters, who I think are as effective as ever, given that they don't really need to fight in melee. So we'll shoot those orc hunters right there. Y'all can do... Let's get those berserkers. Let's have you guys focus down on the berserkers. I think they're going to be the biggest problem here. And what do we got? Oh god, spears. Okay, time to mobilize. The reason I chose to fight over here is because we can make their numbers not as important. Fan out there a little bit. We have any spears over here? Yeah, Uruk Guard, Orc Band. These Orc Raiders, though, they're easy prey for our general's bodyguard. Alright, so let's let them run into our line of spearmen. Oh, this is just neat. Let's just get a good look here. I don't normally do this kind of thing, since I do try to... I try to make my campaigns reasonably smooth and skillful, and I don't try to focus too much on things like this. Oh crap! Oh crap! Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. They're breaking through the center there. Gondor archers are about to get trapped. I might have to try and focus on those berserkers there in the center and reposition some of our archer line. I may need some support there, otherwise these units might break. Losing heavily, yes indeed they are. Let's redeploy some of our Kingdom Militia here and try and shore things up. We'll have the King's Spears take their place. Oh crap, that's not good. Try and get those archers out of there. And now we have a chance at assassinating the Adunabar nobles. Yeah, because their flanking units on the other side don't seem to be doing a whole lot. And then we've plugged that gap in our line, so it should be okay. Yeah, they're not going anywhere now. So let's click on our missile units. Have them focus on this big blob of Uruk Berserkers here in the center. And now we've managed to deal quite swiftly with some of their flanking units. And we can actually use our General's Bodyguard to run roughshod all over their archer backline. Now what are those trolls up to? They just kind of stand in there. I think we should take advantage of that. Are we beating them? They are losing heavily. That's what we need. We scattered these guys yet? Not quite. They're worried about fighting mounted units. I quite like that. What do we got here? Oh, we got Orc Hunters. Those are ranged units with spears. Oh, our bodyguard is getting slaughtered. Okay, we need to get them out of there. These Orc missile units are not going to be quite so easy prey as I had expected they would be. Okay, if we can get that Adunabar general, though, things might turn around for us. Nice charge into the rear there. And there goes the Adunabar general. We might be able to cause a little bit of havoc here. One more charge. Alright, let's get these guys out of here. Oh, I wasn't able to get them out of there quickly enough, and they are going to end up getting caught here. That's okay. The death of the general might be able to scatter these guys, tired as they are. Is that some braking? Yeah, we got some braking. So now it's time to try and roll up the line here a little bit. Orc Raiders are nice and light. Should be no problem. Or are we losing heavily? Oh no, it's the troll units. It's the trolls. Dispirited by exhaustion, winning easily. Yeah, we're just going to try and focus them down. What we got over here? Some King Spears. Might be exactly what we need, so we're going to send them over that way to try and plug the gap there that those trolls are going to create. King Spearmen are doing their job. A rear charge here into these rear guard might be enough to scatter them. And it is. They're going to break pretty well on contact. So let's follow this up here with an advance from our King Spears. Let's see what our bodyguard is up to. Successfully scattering a lot of this line. Alright, now it's time to rally what is left of our militia and give chase with the support of our general's bodyguard here. These guys are shaken. Not quite at the point where they're willing to break things off. So I think what we want to do here, send our militia at those orc hunters. Oh no, we might break them here. And there goes the trolls. That's going to free up our other wing. That's going to allow us to bring our spears forward now. Now we just have to give pursuit and keep them on the back foot. Let's see what we got here. A little bit of ranged firepower left. Orc band. Gonna need you guys over here to shoot at that orc band. What are you guys up to? Yeah, we need to keep them scattered. We need to keep them constantly on the run. But before that, we're gonna need to break these orc units. They're shaken already, wavering. Well, with the addition of some cavalry here, that might be enough to break them almost immediately. Nope, they're not liking this, or they are liking this more than I would want them to. Well, there goes some of our militia. In there, try and scatter these guys. Snaga hunters, I don't think they have spears, so we should be able to scatter them easily. Spears now moving forward. Woof! That was a tough one. Well, let's regard. Do better than I would expect them to. Orc band might get a chance to come in and destroy our King Spearmen, and they're not having fun either. These guys are utterly tired. Their general is dead. We might be able to break them with a good rear charge. Not have the effect that I wanted to. They are wavering though. Over here in the center, we're not doing too badly. The militia, the D9 Rangers in there too. What do we got? Yep. Oops. Hey, what? Stop. I don't know how I managed to select everybody there. That's just unfortunate. Orc band coming out of the woods. Let's avoid them and send our general's bodyguard towards the Snaga hunters. These guys... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are these units? These are orc raiders. I think I have an idea. Okay, we might have a chance here to scatter these guys if we move quickly. And just keep our momentum going, because we are getting bogged down here as more and more of these units come back from routing. King's bows out of ammunition. We'll send them over that direction. These guys, they're doing their thing. Yeah, we need them to shoot into those orc band. Boom, baby. Nice, and that's going to cause the mass rout that we desperately needed. I'll give you guys the opportunity to reform and move on to better things. What we got here? Ooh, I got tabbed out. It's really frustrating when that happens. It's all good though. We're still in this. Still in this. Still in it to win it, as it were. Area door. Riders, get over here. We need some more hard-hitting stuff, I think. There we go. We'll keep them scattered. These guys are shaken. Ooh, this was a tough fight. We came out of it okay, but damn, that was not easy. Yeah, Get over here, get these Snaga hunters. Get them to stop shooting our poor troops. Oh, the Dunedain. Oh, they got two-handed swords? I didn't know that. No wonder they've been holding their own so well in melee. Okay, those are Rook Spears there. I'm going to try and bog them down. Then we'll go after the Orc Band. Yeah, you guys, reform, get over there. We'll set up for a Hammer and Anvil. Oh, it's beautiful. This battle is thoroughly ours. Alright. Snaga's getting caught by a combination of Dunedain Rangers. And, of course, my Eriador Riders. I actually really like this as a concept. That would be a cool thing to maybe apply to Rangers and Reforged, make them two-handed. Like, light two-handed. I really like that. That's cool. That's such a neat way to have the Dunedain Rangers. Uh-oh. Get out of there, boys. I really need to get those Root Spears. No, 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 no. I gave you an order. You get out of there right now. Okay, those units are still broken and fleeing. This big bunch of Orc Band, though, we're going to have to do something about. Most of these units, I think it's fair to say that most of these units are gone. And they won't be coming back. So now it's time to circle back this direction and deal with these guys. Deal with this last pocket of resistance here once and for all. Oh, there we are. Now they're gonna break. Perfect. Have our General's Bodyguard run them down. We got some cavalry over here that we can use for a demoralizing Hammer and Anvil strike. There we go. We'll run these guys down. That was a hell of a fight. I was not sure if we were going to win that. Especially after they started to break through our front line right over here. But, like, damn did we pull it out. Trapping their General's Bodyguard behind our lines, using his impetuousness against him. That was good. It was a stroke of, I don't want to say tactical genius. That's silly. But it was definitely a good fight. One I think that we played pretty well. I think all the multiplayer. I'd like to think that the multiplayer, the large amount of multiplayer I've played over the last year or so, I think since I've done a 4th Age episode, has helped me out immensely in evening the odds here a little bit. Oh, there is. Still got some militia this way. Okay, so let's try and get ourselves into something resembling a coherent formation. We'll send our cavalry over this way. Apparently there is still something left for us to defeat. We'll just recklessly send all of our troops this way. Even if we just attack them in a blob, I don't think it will really matter all that much. I think this is all part of the same unit. This is like weird. It's like 3 different detachments of the same units that's kind of having issues with this rock formation. Oh, Snaga Hunters. You guys are back, really? It's fine. I'll send some Eriador mercenaries to come and track them down and destroy them. Alright, everybody. Charge! I'm going to send the bulk of my troops over this direction. I'm going to come in from the flank with my cavalry. We're going to catch these guys in about 3 different places. So my king's bows are in this direction. There we go. And they're just going to break. Yeah, they didn't want to get anywhere near these guys. So I'm going to run them down, and I'll see you guys in just a few moments back on the campaign map. And there you guys go. I think that's our first heroic victory. I don't think we've gotten one before now, since we've had fairly even odds all the way along. There's the battle statistics. Look at 1,000 kills! I have not seen a unit get 1,000 kills outside of Rangers and Reforged. Like, that is damn good. So I'm glad that I've kind of figured out a way to make my General's Bodyguard a bit more effective. Thank God. But yeah, I'll see you guys back in the campaign map. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, apparently it's not quite so simple. We've got Hathaldil of Norian with a couple fairly decent units here. Not exactly a big force. I've got a much smaller force here, which we are going to cannibalize quite quickly. They don't really have, they don't have the range capabilities, I think, to stand up to us. So I could very comfortably use my my catapult here and really put the hurt on these guys. So I will see you guys in the battlefield. It's not going to be as exciting as our last battle, but really, what could be? That was a damn good fight. See you guys in the battlefield. All right, it's going to be an interesting one. So you'll probably notice here that the core of our army is very much reduced. Got militia, we're going to put in the center. I'm really impressed with how well the militia have performed so far. I really like the way that it feels like... I know I'm always making analogies to Reforged, but that's what I know best, so please bear with me. It does feel a lot like Reforged in the sense that even lower tier units have their place. They're not complete garbage. Like, we faced down a pretty big AI force. Granted, they were exhausted because the AI runs them everywhere. But my experience so far has been that the militia units are actually worth having in your army, and I love the feel of that. Just not everything is going to be a doom stack composed of like super elite units, and you don't have to play that way at all. I really like it. I've really enjoyed this campaign so far. Let's see here. Nope. Put these guys out in front, and then we'll just move up to reinforce them as needed. Turn that off of you. Boom. Turn that off of you, most definitely. Because our general can't hide, and he's an excellent bait thing. We're going to put him in the center. I'm going to drop 2 units of, pardon me, cavalry there in the center. There you go. You guys are all a part of one, and you are just off on your own. Let's give you fire ammunition. That is something we already knew. Enemy reinforcements are going to be coming in behind us. And do they have any spear units? They do. They have 1 spear. But that's okay, because I do have a plan to quickly defeat these guys over here. Yeah, I'll just... As they get closer, I'll move the main body of my troops closer to this smaller force over here. We will ambush them with our cavalry, and we will destroy them utterly. First, we're going to soften them up with our catapult. I don't think it's actually going to hit anybody, though. I feel like I should try to hit the Adunabar nobles. That's probably the linchpin here. Like, if we can get the Adunabar nobles quickly, then we'll probably destroy them. Nice! Oh, I saw that! That's another thing that I've liked so far. The artillery, it's really easy to read the battlefield. Like, you can see the effects from quite far away, and you get a good sense of kind of where they... Oh my god! Also, they're really, really accurate. I love it. It's... Oh my god. Almost broken. Oh. Oh, and there goes their general. Just sniped him out. Have you guys stop. Now's the time to spring our trap. And we'll turn around and defeat what's left of these guys. Let's surround the main body of the troops here. Royal longbows. And give them a volley in the rear. We'll have them stop so they don't hit our troops. Go. We'll coordinate this properly so that all of their army gets hit at the same time. And now that they are leaderless, this should be no problem. So there goes the bows. We got them good. Rear charge here into the Royal Spearmen should cause some panic. Well, they are spears, and there they go. Now they are broken. So I'm going to take my army here. We're going to wheel around and reform quickly. I'm going to use my cavalry to run down the remains of their forces here. Perfect. Boom. So this has gone well so far. We've minimized casualties for the most part. Our militia took some light damage, but Nothing I'm really all that concerned about. Who do you want to go after? Got one bow unit. So I think what we might do, just to deny them the hill advantage somewhat. Ooh, no, I guess we can't really fall back because we have to worry about our catapult a little bit. There we go. We'll stop these guys from running. We'll just send them out this direction. There we go. Alright. Just let you shoot at whoever you want to, honestly. If you could soften up their front line, it'll make running them over a little bit easier. I do have a spear unit. That's right over there. Ooh, are we going to hit anybody? Nope. Yes, yes, yes! Oh, it's so awesome! This catapult is a game-changing thing. I would kind of like artillery to work a little bit more like this in Reforged, to be perfectly honest. I wouldn't give them the same amount of ammunition, because I think that, like, the amount of damage that I've caused so far, I should probably be... I'm only a quarter of my way down, right? I would like the ammunition. Oh, I hate that tapping out thing. I don't know what that is. Oh, there we go. But as I was saying, yeah, I think the ammunition should probably be a little bit lower if we did something like that in Reforged, but like, oh, it's just so satisfying, and they feel reliable, and you have like a reason to bring them. I like it. Oh, God, it's just so disgusting when it hits, and it hits so goddamn often. What are you guys doing over here in that awkward formation? Move yourselves. Move ourselves forward. Once those dark bows get a little bit closer into range, we can start to focus down on them. Now we're going to fall back. Swords of the Shadow, and those are Spears of the Shadow. So now we're going to have our cavalry swing wide around. Get everybody into position here. Let's move forward to quickly engage that unit of Swords of the Shadow. Send my dark bows over that way. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Let's get our cavalry out of there quickly. Let's just go for a full encirclement. Let's use our general's bodyguard as well, why not? And we'll run down those archers. You guys stop what you're doing. Full encirclement. Let's do this thing. Oh. Oh, nope. Careful, guys. How are they doing there? Oh, some of them are actually dying to these dark bows. These dark bows aren't no joke. They're killing a lot of my cavalry. I'm actually quite shocked by that. Alright, now let's send them at the back of this formation here. Make these Spears of the Shadow here run around a lot. There we go. Well, that's not going to be fun for them. Now we need to get over here quickly. I may have to retreat my two companies here so that I can preserve their numbers a bit better. That's alright. Go up. Get out of there, boys. Alright. Swing around with our cavalry. And at the same time, we'll press these Swords of the Shadow from the rear. Now I'm a little bit sloppy here. I should have had my reserves a bit farther up just in case I needed them. But now I am going to be able to attack these Dark Swords in the rear free from any interference there from the spears. So actually, do I have any like unique formations on these guys, like a wedge or something that might help me do some damage? All right. Focus there on those guys. And one after the spear unit. Should be enough to make them flee, I would think. One of them's starting to break. Wavering. More wavering. Ooh, they're really doing a lot of damage to my horsemen. I need to get them out of there. Yeah, I'm going to need their numbers for later. So at least one of these units is broken. Now the other one is broken. Are there any Dunamar forces left? I feel like this should be the end of them. There goes their general. Yeah, honestly, what do they got left? Just these guys, huh? They got nowhere to run. So I'm going to pull my cavalry out of there. I'm going to pull a Mongol and give them an option of escape so that I can minimize my own casualties and run them down while they're not fighting. Broken, nowhere to run. I mean, yeah, we'll continue. Why not? Finish these guys off. Real quick like. And boom. Another solid victory. Our casualties are quite minimal, 10%. 10% is actually still pretty high if you think about it. But still, not bad. Let's go ahead. We'll quit there. Casualties. Dawn of Men-at-Arms, they honestly do so well for themselves, but we are starting to lose a few of them. But that's kind of okay at the same time, you know, because we're not getting, we're not losing as much money per turn as what. Well, beautiful. So that's gonna do. I think that's gonna do it for the most part for this particular episode. Might fall back here to Bree for the time being. And we've got another General's Bodyguard there. We'll plan our attack from Bree. I think we're still okay here. Is this like a... It's like an emissary, okay. We'll just use him to kind of scout things out a little bit. I don't have the troops in this area to take back Fornost. I really don't think that that's going to be viable for me for quite some time, at least not until I get some more money, which, speaking of, how are we doing on that front? We are making money. Finally, for the first time since we started, we are not losing money. So what I'm going to do now, since apparently they've emptied the garrison at Arnon, I don't think we've got too much there. Arnon, though, we could take on a win, but we'll have to garrison it. I want to go for the big prize. I want to go for Minas Ithil. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a mistake. We really only need one, maybe two, just in case. Some siege towers, because this will be a big deal. We'll maintain the siege. And that's going to do for us for the turn. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. I'm having a blast, in case that's not obvious. But yeah, really loving it. I love the aesthetic of the mod. Love the way that it plays. The kind of old-timey feel to it in the Rome 1 engine really doesn't bother me all that much. Yeah, hope you guys are having fun. Up next, probably going to be some more Total War. I think we're going to start with the Wood Elf campaign. And maybe we'll go into some Witcher as well, since it seems like that was relatively well received. I hope so. I'm probably going to continue to play it for a while anyway, even if it's not. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.